Lieutenant Commander Jackson Chen never expected to be threatened by an alien diplomat, especially not one from the prestigious Solari Confederation. Yet, here he was, in a cramped engine room aboard the United Earth vessel Tenacity, with Ambassador K. Lyra's slender three-fingered hand gripping his shoulder with surprising strength. "If you stop, I will end your life," K. Lyra hissed, her iridescent scales glistening with a strange moisture. "Continue the procedure immediately." Jackson's engineering team had discreetly evacuated when the situation escalated, leaving him alone with the increasingly agitated ambassador. Diplomatic incidents were above his pay grade, but he was keenly aware that relations with the Solari were still fragile after the Proxima incident. "Ambassador, I understand you're uncomfortable, but I need to explain the risks of it." "No explanations? Continue now." K. Lyra's voice modulator couldn't hide her desperation. The moisture on her scales was increasing, dripping onto the deck plates. Jackson had been performing routine maintenance on the ship's environmental systems when K. Lyra had burst in, demanding he increase the heat output to her quarters. When he'd explained the ship-wide implications, she'd become increasingly erratic. The Solari were renowned across known space for their composed demeanor and rigid social hierarchies. This behavior was unprecedented. "You don't understand, K," Lyra said, her voice dropping to a whisper. "If anyone sees me like this, my career is finished. My family line disgraced." Jackson noticed that wherever the droplets from K. Lyra's scales hit the metal floor, they left small corrosive marks. "Ambassador, are you? Sweating?" Lyra's head frills flattened against her skull in what Jackson recognized as embarrassment or shame. "We do not sweat." She spat the word like a curse. "The Solari have evolved beyond such primitive thermal regulation mechanisms. Except, one in approximately 20,000 Solari are born with a recessive trait, a genetic throwback to our evolutionary past." Lyra's large compound eyes darted around nervously. "We call it the ancestral curse. It manifests as involuntary fluid secretion during thermal stress." Understanding dawned on Jackson. "And if the Confederation discovers you have this trait, I would be immediately recalled, removed from diplomatic service, my genetic profile blacklisted from reproduction registries." Lyra's voice modulator emitted a sound resembling a sob. 3 generations of careful genetic selection wasted. Jackson considered the ship's systems. The Tenacity wasn't designed for the extreme temperature variations K. Lyra would need to hide her condition. "Ambassador, I can't override the environmental controls ship-wide, but—" He paused, an idea forming. "I might have another solution." 2 hours later, Captain Rodriguez found them in the shuttle bay, Jackson covered in coolant fluid, and K. Lyra looking remarkably composed. "Commander Chen, care to explain why you've reconfigured one of our shuttles into what appears to be a sauna?" Rodriguez asked, eyebrow raised. "Cultural exchange program, sir," Jackson replied without missing a beat. "Ambassador K. Lyra is teaching me about Solari environmental engineering. The shuttle's isolated systems make it an ideal test platform without affecting ship operations." K. Lyra's head frills vibrated in what Jackson now recognized as gratitude. "Indeed, Captain," she said smoothly. "Commander Chen has shown remarkable adaptability. The Confederation values such innovative thinking." After Rodriguez left, K. Lyra turned to Jackson. "You have my gratitude, human. Few would risk their career for an alien secret." Jackson shrugged. "We all have things we'd rather keep private. Besides, humans understand what it's like to be judged for biology beyond your control." "Your species continues to confound expectation," K. Lyra said. "The Confederation believed humans would be simple to understand, predictable. And now? Now I will report that humans possess an unexpected attribute, one my people have long forgotten." Kalira's scales shimmered in the shuttle bay lights. Compassion without agenda. It makes you more formidable than our strategists anticipated. Jackson smiled as he made final adjustments to the shuttle's environmental system. That's humanity for you. We're sweaty, messy, and unpredictable, but we'll surprise you every time. Kalira's translator couldn't quite capture her expression, but Jackson could have sworn it resembled a smile. Indeed, Commander. And the Confederation should prepare to be very surprised.